Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 1 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, where Harry receives unexpected gifts on his birthday and learns more about the wizarding world. Let's explore the warmth, intrigue and charm that kick off this magical adventure. As the chapter opens, Harry Potter is spending his summer with the Dursleys as usual. It's his 13th birthday, but the Dursleys, unsurprisingly, have no intention of celebrating. Harry has been forced to hide his school supplies and magical belongings in his room, sneaking his homework in secret. Late at night, Harry is awakened by the arrival of three owls carrying parcels. The first owl, Hedwig, returns with a package from Hermione containing a broomstick servicing kit and a card. The second owl, Errol, delivers a gift from Ron, a pocket sneakoscope, a magical device that detects untrustworthy behavior. Finally, a third owl brings a letter from Hagrid along with a book titled The Monster Book of Monsters, which Harry quickly discovers is quite difficult to manage. The chapter ends on a positive note, with Harry feeling genuinely happy and appreciated for the first time in weeks. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's internal reflections on the hardships of living with the Dursleys, the arrival of the three owls and the sense of connection Harry feels to his friends, the introduction of the Monster Book of Monsters and its humorous chaos, Harry's realization that he is supported and cared for by his friends and Hagrid. Differences between the book and movie. This chapter is not depicted in the film adaptation. In the movie, the story begins with Harry practicing magic under his covers, bypassing the detailed birthday celebrations and the arrival of the gifts. This omission skips over important elements like the introduction of the Monster Book of Monsters and Harry's emotional reaction to receiving the gifts. That wraps up Chapter 1, Owl Post. This chapter beautifully sets the tone for the book, showcasing Harry's friendships and the love and care he receives from those who matter most. Let us know your favorite moment in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and join us next time for Chapter 2, Aunt Marge's Big Mistake. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 2 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Aunt Marge's Big Mistake. This chapter takes us through Harry's turbulent stay with the Dursleys, Aunt Marge's overbearing presence, and a magical outburst that changes everything. Let's explore the chaos and significance of this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry preparing to spend another miserable summer at the Dursleys' home. Uncle Vernon informs Harry that his sister, Aunt Marge, will be visiting for a week. Marge is known for her cruel and condescending attitude toward Harry, often comparing him unfavorably to a pampered bulldog, Ripper. To ensure Marge's visit goes smoothly, Uncle Vernon demands that Harry behave impeccably and pretend to attend St. Brutus's secure center for incurably criminal boys, a lie the Dursleys use to explain Harry's absences. In exchange, Vernon reluctantly agrees to sign Harry's permission form for Hogsmeade. Throughout her stay, Aunt Marge is insufferable. She insults Harry repeatedly, comparing him to his parents and calling them lazy and irresponsible. Harry manages to restrain himself until the final evening, when Marge pushes him too far by insulting his deceased parents. In a fit of uncontrolled anger, Harry's accidental magic causes Marge to inflate like a balloon and float to the ceiling. Amidst the chaos, Harry storms out of the house, dragging his trunk and belongings with him. Despite Uncle Vernon's threats, Harry is resolute, finally breaking free from the oppressive environment of the Dursleys. He sets off into the night, unsure of where to go, but exhilarated by his newfound independence. Key moments in the chapter include Aunt Marge's arrival. Marge's overbearing personality and blatant favoritism toward Dudley are established. Harry's internal struggle. Harry tries to control his temper, reflecting his growth in emotional maturity. Uncontrolled magic. Marge's inflation showcases Harry's magic as a response to intense emotions. Harry's decision to leave. This marks a pivotal moment in Harry's life, as he asserts his independence and takes control of his destiny. Differences between the book and the movie. In the book, Marge's insults about Harry's parents are more detailed, heightening Harry's emotional turmoil. Additionally, the sequence of her inflation is more drawn out, emphasizing the Dursleys' panic. The movie condenses this scene for brevity and comedic effect, slightly downplaying Harry's anger. That wraps up Chapter 2, Aunt Marge's Big Mistake. This chapter highlights Harry's growing independence and resilience against injustice. Let us know your favorite moment in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 3, where Harry encounters a mysterious new ally. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 3 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Night Bus. This chapter introduces us to the magical world's extraordinary emergency transportation system and sets the stage for Harry's journey to Diagon Alley. Let's explore the excitement, suspense, and magical quirks of this chapter. Beginning with Harry wandering the dark streets of Little Whinging after fleeing the Dursleys' house. Troubled and uncertain about his next steps, he encounters a giant black dog in the shadows. In his fright, Harry stumbles backward, causing his wand to light up the the approaching night bus. This purple triple-decker vehicle offers magical transport to witches and wizards in need. Harry is greeted by Stan Shunpike, the bus conductor, and Ernie Prank, the elderly driver. He introduces himself as Neville Longbottom to avoid attention and boards the bus. The interior is peculiar, with beds and chandeliers swinging wildly as the bus hurtles at breakneck speeds through the streets. During the ride, Harry learns from Stan that Sirius Black, a dangerous wizard, has escaped from Azkaban and is being widely hunted by the Ministry of Magic. Harry's curiosity is piqued, but he maintains his cover. The night bus finally drops Harry off at the Leaky cauldron, where he is met by the Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge. Surprisingly, Fudge is lenient about Harry's accidental magic, urging him to remain in Diagon Alley until the school year begins. The chapter concludes with Harry settling into a comfortable room, pondering the mysteries surrounding Sirius Black. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's encounter with the mysterious Black Dog, a foreboding symbol tied to his fate, the introduction of the night bus, a unique aspect of magical transportation, Harry learning about Sirius Black's escape and the tension it brings to the wizarding world, Cornelius Fudge's surprising leniency towards Harry, revealing hints of deeper concerns about Sirius Black, differences between the book and movie. In the book, the conversation with Stan Shunpike about Sirius Black is more detailed, providing Harry and the reader with more context about Black's escape. The movie simplifies this scene, focusing more on the visual spectacle of the night bus. Additionally, Harry's internal thoughts and his fear of expulsion from Hogwarts are better explored in the book. That wraps up Chapter 3, The Night Bus. This chapter transports us into the whimsical yet foreboding world of magical transportation while introducing key plot threads that will shape the rest of the story. Let us know your favorite scene in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 4. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 4 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Leaky Cauldron. This chapter marks a significant turning point for Harry as he enters the wizarding world for the summer. The chapter begins with Harry receiving news that he is not to return to the Dursleys' house for the rest of the summer. Instead, he is taken by the magical Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge, to the Leaky Cauldron in Diagon Alley. Harry is overwhelmed by the excitement of being in the magical world again and is greeted warmly by witches and wizards in the pub, all of whom are thrilled to see him. They treat him like a hero because of his past adventures with Lord Voldemort. As Harry navigates through Diagon Alley, he experiences a sense of wonder at the bustling wizarding shops and encounters familiar faces, including Hagrid and the Weasleys. However, the most notable aspect of this chapter is Harry's growing sense of belonging within the magical community, a sharp contrast to his isolated existence with the Dursleys. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's warm reception in the Leaky Cauldron, where he realizes his fame in the wizarding world, the first mention of Sirius Black as the dangerous prisoner who escaped Azkaban, setting the stage for the central conflict of the book. The interactions between Harry and characters like Hagrid, who helps him get ready for the upcoming school year, and the Weasleys, who offer him their company and support. The transition from the Dursleys' oppressive environment to the welcoming magical world. Differences between the book and the movie. In the book, the sequence where Harry first steps into the Leaky Cauldron is filled with awe and wonder, highlighting Harry's feelings of shock and excitement. While the movie also portrays this moment well, it condenses some of the interactions and doesn't go into as much detail about the magical wonders Harry experiences in Diagon Alley. The scenes in the Leaky Cauldron are condensed in the film, with less focus on the people's reactions to Harry's fame. The detailed interactions with the Leaky Cauldron patrons and Harry's emotions about being recognized and celebrated are more pronounced in the book. That wraps up Chapter 4, The Leaky Cauldron. This chapter serves as a significant moment of transition for Harry, as he steps into a world where he is celebrated rather than overlooked. Let us know your favorite part of this chapter in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 5, The Dementor. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 5 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Dementor. This chapter takes us through Harry's eventful journey to Hogwarts, the introduction of one of the most chilling creatures in the wizarding world, and the arrival at the school itself. Let's explore the key events, character moments, and themes in this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry, Ron, and Hermione boarding the Hogwarts Express. They share a compartment with the sleeping man introduced as Professor R.J. Lupin, the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. The train journey is disrupted when it suddenly stops in the middle of the trip. The lights go out and a wave of coldness sweeps through the train. A terrifying creature, later identified as a Dementor, enters their compartment. Harry faints after hearing a woman scream, which we later learn is linked to his mother's voice. Professor Lupin awakens and drives the Dementor away with a spell, offering Harry a piece of chocolate to revive him. The group finally arrives at Hogwarts, where the start of term feast begins. Dumbledore addresses the students, explaining the presence of Dementors around the school as guards searching for Sirius Black. Harry feels uneasy about the Dementors and their effect on him, sparking discussions with his friends about these creatures and their powers. Key moments in the chapter include introduction of Professor R.J. Lupin, a key character in this book, the first appearance of the Dementors, highlighting their ability to suck happiness and bring despair. Harry's fainting episode offering insight into his traumatic past and connection to his parents. Dumbledore's warning about the Dementors, setting the tone for their ominous presence throughout the story. Differences between book and movie. In the book, the scene on the Hogwarts Express is more detailed, with the Dementors' entrance vividly described. The movie condenses this part, omitting the reactions of some characters and the build-up to the Dementors' arrival. Additionally, Harry's fainting is portrayed differently, with less emphasis on the scream he hears. That wraps up Chapter 5, The Dementor. This chapter masterfully introduces a sense of foreboding and fear with the Dementors, while also giving us our first glimpse of Lupin's calm and capable demeanor. Let us know your favorite scene in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 6. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 6 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Talons and Tea Leaves. This chapter takes us through Harry's first full day of classes in his third year at Hogwarts. The highlight is their introduction to divination, Professor Trelawney's cryptic prophecies, and Hagrid's debut as the care of magical creatures teacher. Let's explore the fascinating moments and lessons from this eventful chapter, which begins with Harry, Ron, and Hermione preparing for their first day of classes, facing a tight schedule due to Hermione's mysterious ability to attend multiple classes simultaneously. The trio starts with divination, held in a dusty, incense-filled classroom high in a tower. Professor Trelawney makes a dramatic entrance and introduces them to the art of fortune-telling, beginning with reading tea leaves. While most students find the lesson confusing or amusing, Professor Trelawney predicts ominously that Harry has the grim, a spectral black dog symbolizing death in his future, leaving him unsettled. Their next lesson, Transfiguration with Professor McGonagall, provides a stark contrast. She dismisses divination as an imprecise branch of magic, which comforts Harry. The day continues with care of magical creatures, taught by Hagrid. The lesson begins with excitement as he introduces the hippogriffs, majestic creatures with the body of a horse and the wings of an eagle. Harry successfully approaches Buckbeak, a proud hippogriff, earning its trust and even flying on its back. However, Draco Malfoy insults Buckbeak and is injured when the creature retaliates, setting off tension and conflict. Key moments in the chapter include Professor Trelawney's cryptic prediction of Harry's fate and the recurring theme of the Grim. Hermione's peculiar schedule, hinting at her use of a time turner. Hagrid's emotional investment in his new teaching role and the way it contrasts with his insecurities after Malfoy's injury. The introduction of hippogriffs, emphasizing respect and caution in dealing with magical creatures. Differences between the book and the movie. In the book, the details of the divination class and Professor Trelawney's personality are more vivid, with additional student reactions that deepen the scene's impact. The tension in Hagrid's class is more gradual in the book, while the movie condenses the events, making them feel more abrupt. That wraps up Chapter 6, Talons and Tea Leaves. This chapter sets the tone for the complex themes of foreboding, responsibility, and respect that will resonate throughout the book. Let us know your favorite scene in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 7. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 7 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Bogert in the Wardrobe. This chapter introduces us to a fascinating magical creature, the Bogert, and gives us a deeper look into Professor Lupin's defense against the dark arts teaching style. Let's explore the highlights of this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry and his friends eagerly attending Professor Lupin's first defense against the dark arts class. Lupin immediately establishes himself as a practical and engaging teacher by focusing on hands-on learning. He introduces the students to a Bogert, Bogert, a magical creature that transforms into the viewer's worst fear. Ensures Seniorus Neville Longbottom is the first student to face the Bogert. His fear of Professor Snape is humorously countered by Lupin's advice to imagine Snape in his grandmother's clothing. The class erupts into laughter as the Bogert transforms into a ridiculous version of Snape. One by one, the students confront their fears, with Lupin guiding them to use the ridiculous charm to turn the terrifying into the amusing. When Harry's turn comes, Lupin intervenes before Harry can face the Bogert, which later raises questions about why Lupin stepped in. Lupin himself faces the Bogert, which turns into a floating silver orb, puzzling the class. The day ends with students excited about defense against the dark arts, and Harry finds himself reflecting on Lupin's enigmatic nature. Key moments in the chapter include introduction of the Bogert and the ridiculous charm, Neville's triumph over his fear with the humorous Snape in a dress scene, Lupin's protective behavior toward Harry and his mysterious encounter with the Bogert, the growing admiration for Lupin as a teacher who inspires confidence in his students. Now coming to differences between the book and movie. In the book, the scene is more detailed, particularly with the sequence of students facing the Bogert. The movie condenses the scene, focusing on fewer characters. Additionally, the movie doesn't include some of the humorous transformations such as Parvati's Bogert turning into a mummy. Lupin's actions and the silver orb are portrayed similarly in both versions but are given more context in the book. That wraps up Chapter 7, The Bogert in the Wardrobe. This chapter combines humor, suspense, and valuable lessons about confronting fears, making it a fan favorite. Let us know your favorite moment in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 8. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 8 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Flight of the Fat Lady. This chapter is packed with mystery, a thrilling Quidditch practice, and a chilling encounter. Let's uncover all the exciting details and key moments. The chapter opens with the school preparing for the first Quidditch match of the season. Harry and his Gryffindor teammates endure Wood's rigorous training sessions, as the captain is determined to win the Quidditch Cup this year. Despite the demanding practice, Harry finds himself enjoying the game and the camaraderie of his team. Outside of Quidditch, the mood at Hogwarts grows tense as news of Sirius Black's continued evasion spreads. During a defense against the dark arts lesson, Professor Lupin introduces the class to Grindylows, continuing his tradition of engaging hands-on teaching methods. His ability to connect with the students earns him further admiration, especially from Harry. As Halloween approaches, the Great Hall is transformed for the annual feast, filled with delicious food, floating pumpkins, and a festive atmosphere. However, the night takes a dark turn when the Fat Lady's portrait is found slashed and she is missing from her post. The students are shocked and scared, especially when it's revealed that Sirius Black was spotted nearby. Dumbledore acts quickly to secure the castle, leaving everyone on edge as the chapter closes on this ominous note. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's intense Quidditch training sessions under Oliver Wood's leadership, Professor Lupin teaching about Grindylows in a practical and engaging defense against the dark arts class, the joyful yet eerie Halloween feast in the Great Hall, the shocking discovery of the Fat Lady's portrait slashed, hinting at Sirius Black's presence within Hogwarts. Differences between the book and the movie. In the movie, the build-up to the Fat Lady's discovery is shortened, and her reaction is more comical compared to the darker, more suspenseful tone in the book. Additionally, Lupin's Grindylow lesson is omitted entirely, losing some of his character-building moments. That wraps up Chapter 8, Flight of the Fat Lady. This chapter expertly balances light-hearted school life with a growing sense of danger. Let us know your favorite scene in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 9, Grim Defeat. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 9 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Grim Defeat. This chapter takes us through a tense moment in Hogwarts history as the safety of the school is challenged and the students face a grim encounter with the Dementors. Let's explore the key events, themes, and emotions of this pivotal chapter, which opens with the Gryffindor Quidditch team preparing for their first match against Hufflepuff. However, the game is held under daunting conditions, with heavy rain and winds threatening to make the match nearly unplayable. Harry struggles to keep control of his broom, and his visibility is severely limited. During the match, the Dementors invade the Quidditch pitch, and Harry experiences a terrifying episode, fainting and falling off his broom. He wakes up in the hospital wing to find out that Gryffindor has lost the match, and his prized Nimbus 2000 has been destroyed after flying into the Whomping Willow. Meanwhile, Professor McGonagall informs Harry that the Dementors have been reprimanded for their behavior, but their presence at Hogwarts still looms large. Harry is deeply shaken by the experience and confides in Lupin, who promises to help him learn how to defend himself from Dementors. The chapter ends with a solemn and reflective mood as Harry processes the loss of his broom and the overwhelming presence of the Dementors. Key moments in the chapter include Gryffindor's first Quidditch match of the season against Hufflepuff under stormy weather, Harry's terrifying encounter with the Dementors during the match, leading to his fall from his broom, the destruction of Harry's Nimbus 2000, and the emotional impact it has on him, Harry's conversation with Professor Lupin, who offers to teach him how to fend off Dementors, differences between the book and the movie. In the movie, the Quidditch match against Hufflepuff is visually stunning, but condenses much of the tension from the book. The book provides more insight into Harry's inner turmoil after the match and includes deeper reflections on the loss of his Nimbus 2000. That wraps up Chapter 9, Grim Defeat. This chapter is a testament to the psychological and emotional challenges Harry faces as he learns to overcome fear and loss. Let us know your favorite scene in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 10, The Marauder's Map. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we're diving into Chapter 10 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Marauder's Map. This pivotal chapter introduces one of the most iconic magical objects in the series, as Harry uncovers secrets about Hogwarts and his parents' past. Let's unravel the mystery and excitement of this fascinating chapter, which begins with Harry recovering in the hospital wing after his encounter with the Dementors during the Quidditch match. Madame Pomfrey advises rest, while Harry grapples with feelings of vulnerability and frustration about fainting again. Soon, Harry is approached by Fred and George Weasley, who gift him a mysterious magical object, the Marauder's Map, created by 4 mischievous former students, Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs. The map reveals every inch of Hogwarts, including secret passages and the location of everyone in the castle. The twins encourage Harry to use it to visit Hogsmeade discreetly. With the map in hand, Harry sneaks into Hogsmeade through a hidden passageway beneath the one-eyed witch statue. Once there, he marvels at the village's magical charm, visiting Honeyduke's sweet shop and purchasing a variety of magical treats. However, the chapter takes a darker turn when Harry overhears a conversation between Professor McGonagall, Cornelius Fudge, Hagrid, and Rosmerta in the Three Broomsticks. To Harry's shock, he learns that Sirius Black is believed to have betrayed his parents to Voldemort, and that Black is also Harry's godfather. This revelation leaves Harry reeling, filled with anger and confusion about the man who once was a close family friend. Harry returns to Hogwarts deeply troubled, grappling with the weight of this new knowledge and vowing to face Sirius Black. Key moments in the chapter include Fred and George introducing Harry to the Marauder's Map, a pivotal magical tool. The map's revelation of Hogwarts' secrets, including secret passages. Harry's visit to Hogsmeade, showcasing the village's magical culture. The shocking revelation about Sirius Black's connection to Harry's parents and his betrayal. Differences between the book and the movie. The book offers more depth into the Marauder's Map and the emotional weight of Harry's reaction to learning about Sirius Black. The movie condenses these details, missing some of the map's intricacies and Harry's internal turmoil. That wraps up Chapter 10, The Marauder's Map. This chapter expertly combines magic, mystery, and emotional depth, laying the groundwork for critical revelations in the story. What are your thoughts on the Marauder's Map and Sirius Black's betrayal? Share in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 11. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 11 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Firebolt. This chapter revolves around Harry's emotional turmoil during the holiday season and the mysterious arrival of an extraordinary gift. Themes of friendship, danger, and joy intertwine in this pivotal chapter. Let's explore the key moments and unravel the mysteries within, which opens with Harry feeling down after his terrifying encounter with the Grim and the growing threat of Sirius Black. Despite the gloomy atmosphere, the Gryffindor common room brightens with Christmas cheer. Ron and Hermione stay at Hogwarts over the holidays, making Harry feel supported during this challenging time. A delightful surprise arrives on Christmas morning, a Firebolt broomstick, the fastest broom in the world. Harry is overjoyed but puzzled as the sender remains anonymous. Ron and Harry speculate on who could afford such a lavish gift. However, Hermione's cautious nature leads her to inform Professor McGonagall about the gift. Fearing it might be cursed, McGonagall confiscates the Firebolt to have it examined, creating tension between Hermione and the boys. The chapter also delves into Harry's growing obsession with finding out more about Sirius Black. He sneaks into the restricted section of the library with Ron to research Animagi, hinting at crucial plot points to come. The chapter ends with unresolved questions about the Firebolt sender, heightening suspense as the story progresses. Key moments in the chapter include Harry receiving the Firebolt and the excitement surrounding its arrival, Hermione's decision to report the Firebolt to Professor McGonagall, sparking a rift among the trio, the trio's holiday moments, showcasing their bond amidst growing dangers, Harry and Ron's investigation into Animagi, building suspense for future revelations, differences between the book and movie. In the book, Harry's Firebolt is a major focus in this chapter, emphasizing his joy and Hermione's caution. Into the movie adaptation, the Firebolt is briefly mentioned later, minimizing its significance to the plot at this stage. The book also delves more into the trio's holiday dynamics and their research into Animagi, which the movie condenses significantly. That wraps up Chapter 11, The Firebolt. What do you think about Hermione's decision? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and join us next time for Chapter 12. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 12 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Patronus. This chapter introduces us to the fascinating concept of the Patronus charm as Harry begins to learn how to defend himself against Dementors. Let's explore the key moments and themes of this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry returning from the winter holidays and resuming his classes. He's still deeply troubled by the effects of the Dementors and Sirius Black's escape. Professor Lupin agrees to teach Harry the Patronus charm, a powerful spell to repel Dementors. Harry is excited but also nervous about the challenge. In their first private lesson, Lupin explains the nature of the Dementors and how the Patronus works. He describes it as a shield fueled by happy memories. Harry attempts the spell using the incantation Expecto Patronum. Initially, he struggles, managing only a silvery mist instead of a full Patronus. With practice, Harry improves but experiences intense emotional reactions during the lessons, particularly when hearing his parents' voices as the Dementor-induced memories resurface. The lessons bring Harry a newfound sense of strength, but he's far from mastering the charm fully. Lupin remains patient and encouraging throughout. Meanwhile, the school buzzes with the upcoming Quidditch match between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. The team practices hard, and Harry is determined to avoid the Dementors this time. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's determination to learn the Patronus charm to confront his fears, Professor Lupin's supportive mentorship deepening their bond, the emotional weight of Harry reliving moments with his parents, adding depth to his character, the tension and excitement building around the Quidditch match, showcasing Harry's resilience and competitive spirit, differences between the book and the movie. In the book, Harry's Patronus lessons with Lupin are more detailed, showing his gradual improvement and emotional struggles. The movie condenses these lessons into a brief montage, losing some of the nuances in Harry and Lupin's relationship. Additionally, the emotional impact of Harry hearing his parents is more vivid in the book, making his connection to them feel more profound. That wraps up Chapter 12, The Patronus. This chapter beautifully highlights Harry's courage and the importance of hope in the face of fear. What was your favorite moment in this chapter? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and join us next time for Chapter 13. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 13 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Gryffindor versus Ravenclaw. This chapter takes us through the excitement of the Quidditch match between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, the mysterious reappearance of Sirius Black, and Harry's thrilling encounter with the Dementors. Let's explore the action, suspense, and key revelations in this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry receiving his new Firebolt broomstick, a gift he strongly suspects is from Sirius Black. This cutting-edge broom lifts Gryffindor's morale, especially as they prepare for their match against Ravenclaw. However, the tensions tension surrounding Sirius Black's escape continues to loom, and Harry remains under strict watch by teachers and the Marauders map. The Quidditch match itself is intense, showcasing the rivalry between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw's seeker, Cho Chang, proves to be a strong competitor, but Harry's Firebolt gives him a decisive edge. The Gryffindor team pulls ahead as Harry secures the golden snitch, earning them a crucial victory. Just as the celebration begins, chaos ensues. Harry spots Sirius Black in the Gryffindor tower, causing an uproar among the students and staff. Despite heightened security measures, the breach leaves everyone on edge. The chapter ends on a suspenseful note with the looming threat of Black and the ever-present danger of the Dementors surrounding Hogwarts. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's new Firebolt. The mysterious broomstick renews Harry's confidence and excites the Gryffindor team. The Gryffindor vs Ravenclaw Quidditch match, a thrilling game showcasing the skills of Cho Chang and the power of the Firebolt. Harry's encounter with the Dementors. Although they turn out to be imposters, Malfoy and friends, it highlights Harry's vulnerability and how others exploit it. The reappearance of Sirius Black, his presence inside Hogwarts creates chaos and raises questions about his intentions. Differences between the book and the movie. In the book, the Quidditch match against Ravenclaw is a detailed highlight, while in the movie adaptation, this game is omitted entirely. Cho Chang's introduction also differs, as she plays a significant role in this chapter but is introduced later in the film series. The focus on Harry's bond with his Firebolt is more developed in the book, showing its importance to Gryffindor's success. That wraps up chapter 13, Gryffindor vs Ravenclaw. This chapter is a thrilling mix of sportsmanship and suspense, keeping readers on the edge of their seats. Let us know your favorite scene in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for chapter 14. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we're exploring chapter 14 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Snape's Grudge. This chapter is packed with revelations about Sirius Black, a deepening of the tension between Harry and Snape, and the introduction of the Marauders map. Let's dive in. The Marauders map. Harry's desire to visit Hogsmeade is finally fulfilled when Fred and George Weasley give him the Marauders map, an enchanted object showing the entire layout of Hogwarts, including the whereabouts of everyone within it. They also reveal a secret passageway to Hogsmeade, allowing Harry to slip out unnoticed under his invisibility cloak. Hogsmeade Adventures. Harry experiences the magic of Hogsmeade for the first time, marveling at its snow-covered rooftops and unique shops. He visits Honeydukes, a sweet shop filled with magical treats, and enjoys a brief sense of freedom and normalcy. The shocking truth about Sirius. Black Harry, Ron and Hermione stop at the Three Broomsticks pub, where they overhear a conversation between Professor McGonagall, Hagrid, Cornelius Fudge, and Madame Rosmerta. The group discusses Sirius Black and his betrayal of the Potters. Harry learns that Sirius, once his father's closest friend and secret keeper, revealed the Potters' location to Voldemort, resulting in their deaths. To make matters worse, Sirius is accused of murdering Peter Pettigrew and 12 Muggles in a single curse. This revelation shocks Harry, fueling his anger and hatred for Sirius. Snape and the Marauders map. Later back at Hogwarts, Snape catches Harry wandering the corridors at night. When he questions Harry, he notices the Marauders map. However, the map appears blank to him. Frustrated, Snape tries to force the map to reveal its secrets, only to be mocked by the map's creators, Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs. Snape's anger grows, accusing Harry of being as arrogant as his father. Before the situation escalates further, Professor Lupin intervenes. Lupin's guidance. Lupin confiscates the Marauders map and reprimands Harry for using it recklessly. Though Lupin doesn't explain how he knows about the map, his familiarity with it hints at a deeper connection to its creators. Key moments in the chapter The Marauders map. Fred and George's gift introduces a magical artifact that not only aids Harry, but also ties him to his father's past. Hogsmeade's charm. Harry's first visit to Hogsmeade offers a glimpse of normalcy and joy in his otherwise tumultuous life. Sirius Black's alleged betrayal. The Three Broomsticks scene reveals the tragic story of how Sirius Black's actions led to the deaths of Harry's parents and Peter Pettigrew. Snape and the map Snape's interrogation highlights his lingering grudge against James Potter, while the map's cheeky responses add a touch of humor. Lupin's intervention underscores his role as a mentor while foreshadowing his connection to the Marauders map. Differences between the book and the movie, The Marauders map. The book provides more detail about the map's creation and its significance, while the movie focuses on its practical use. Hogsmeade's atmosphere. The book's vivid descriptions bring Hogsmeade to life, while the movie emphasizes key events over the village's charm, the Three Broomsticks scene. The book's version of this scene is longer and delves deeper into Sirius's alleged betrayal, creating greater emotional impact. Snape's interrogation. The map's witty responses to Snape are more pronounced in the book, adding humor to an otherwise tense moment. Lupin's connection. The book subtly hints at Lupin's familiarity with the map and its creators, adding layers of mystery absent in the movie. Conclusion. Chapter 14, Snape's Grudge, is a turning point in The Prisoner of Azkaban, revealing critical details about Harry's past and introducing the Marauder's map. It sets the stage for further revelations while adding depth to key characters. What was your favorite moment in this chapter? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 15, The Quidditch Final. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we're diving into Chapter 15 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Quidditch Final. This chapter takes us through one of the most thrilling Quidditch matches ever at Hogwarts, along with some critical moments in Harry's journey. Let's explore the excitement, tension, and triumph of this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry still haunted by what he heard about his parents' betrayal from Sirius Black and Snape's accusations against Lupin. Despite the emotional turmoil, Harry remains determined to help Gryffindor secure the Quidditch Cup. Tensions run high as Gryffindor prepares to face Slytherin in the final match. The school is abuzz with anticipation, with Gryffindor House particularly eager for victory. The day of the match arrives. The stadium is packed and the atmosphere is electric. As the game begins, Slytherin employs their usual dirty tactics, but Gryffindor keeps their focus. Harry's skills as a seeker are put to the ultimate test when he spots the golden snitch but must outmaneuver Malfoy, who tries to sabotage him. The crowd roars as Harry pulls off an incredible dive and catches the snitch, securing Gryffindor's victory. Gryffindor House explodes with joy, celebrating their first Quidditch Cup win in years. The chapter ends on a triumphant note, with Harry feeling a rare moment of happiness amidst the chaos of his third year. Key moments in the chapter include Harry's resolve to focus on the Quidditch match despite the emotional weight of recent revelations, the intense rivalry between Gryffindor and Slytherin, highlighted during the Quidditch match, Harry's thrilling pursuit of the snitch and his triumph over Malfoy's underhanded attempts, Gryffindor's ecstatic celebration after winning the Quidditch Cup. Differences between the book and the movie. In the book, the Quidditch Final is a detailed and dramatic scene, showcasing Harry's determination and skill. This pivotal moment, however, is absent from the movie adaptation, which omits the match entirely. The book provides a richer understanding of Harry's growth and Gryffindor's team spirit. That wraps up Chapter 15, The Quidditch Final. This chapter showcases Harry's resilience and the joy of teamwork and victory. Let us know your favorite moment from the match in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 16. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we're diving into Chapter 16 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Professor Trelawney's Prediction. This chapter leads us deeper into the mysteries surrounding Sirius Black and the Marauder's map, culminating in an unexpected turn of events during Harry's divination exam. Let's explore the fascinating twists and dramatic revelations that make this chapter pivotal, the calm before the storm. As exams approach, the trio immerses themselves in their studies. While the atmosphere at Hogwarts is tense due to the impending danger of Sirius Black, Harry, Ron, and Hermione focus on their upcoming challenges. Hagrid's anxiety over Buckbeak's appeal adds to the stress, with Harry and Hermione determined to support their friend. The divination exam and a prophecy. During his divination final, Harry attempts to impress Professor Trelawney with a fabricated prediction about a hippogriff's survival. However, the exam takes a chilling turn when Trelawney enters a trance-like state and delivers a startling prophecy. The Dark Lord's servant will return to him tonight, and by his master's side, he will rise once more. Harry, confused and unsettled, initially dismisses it as another of Trelawney's eccentricities. Buckbeak's fate. The trio learns that Buckbeak has lost his appeal and is sentenced to death. Distraught, they rush to Hagrid's hut to console him. Hagrid, tearful but grateful for their support, reveals that Ron's pet Scabbers has reappeared in his hut, looking worse for wear. The execution. As night falls, Harry, Ron, and Hermione hide under the invisibility cloak to witness Buckbeak's execution. From their vantage point, they see the Minister of Magic, the executioner, and Dumbledore arrive at the scene. To their horror, the sound of the axe falling signals the tragic end of the beloved Hippogriff. Key moments in the chapter include Professor Trelawney's genuine prediction. Her sudden prophecy about the Dark Lord's servant adds an eerie sense of foreboding and sets the stage for the chapter's climax. The return of Scabbers. After mysteriously disappearing, Scabbers' reappearance, coupled with his unusual behavior, hints at deeper secrets yet to be uncovered. Buckbeak's death sentence. The emotional weight of Buckbeak's execution underscores the injustices in the wizarding world and heightens the tension surrounding Hagrid's plight. Differences between the book and the movie. Trelawney's prophecy. In the movie, the prophecy scene is condensed and less emphasized compared to its detailed description in the book. Scabbers' return. The book delves into Scabbers' erratic behavior more thoroughly, creating a stronger build-up for later revelations. Buckbeak's execution. The book presents the execution as more ambiguous, leaving readers to doubt whether Buckbeak truly met his end, while the movie depicts it more directly. That wraps up Chapter 16, Professor Trelawney's prediction. This chapter combines emotional depth, suspense, and crucial foreshadowing, keeping readers on edge as the story races toward its climax. Let us know your favorite moment in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 17, Cat, Rat, and Dog. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 17 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Cat, Rat and Dog. This chapter unravels a whirlwind of revelations as Harry, Ron and Hermione face shocking truths about their companions and enemies. Let's explore the gripping events and uncover the hidden layers of this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry, Ron and Hermione making their way back to the castle after an eventful visit to Hagrid's hut. Ron clutches Scabbers, who is unusually agitated, and the group senses something ominous in the air. Tensions rise as Hermione's cat Crookshanks lunges at Scabbers, sparking chaos. Before the group can calm down, they're ambushed by the massive black dog Harry has glimpsed throughout the school year. The dog seizes Ron and drags him into the Whomping Willow's roots. Despite the danger, Harry and Hermione pursue, narrowly avoiding the tree's violent branches, and discover a hidden passage leading to the Shrieking Shack. Inside the dilapidated house, they find Ron injured and in the dog's clutches, only to realize the dog is an animagus, Sirius Black. Before Harry can act on his anger, Professor Lupin arrives, stunning everyone by embracing Sirius as an old friend. The tension builds as Hermione accuses Lupin of being a werewolf, a fact he reluctantly confirms. The situation becomes even more tangled when the trio learns the truth about Scabbers. He is not a rat, but Peter Pettigrew, an animagus who betrayed Harry's parents to Voldemort. Sirius and Lupin confront Pettigrew, forcing him to reveal his cowardly actions. Pettigrew's betrayal and Sirius's innocence are laid bare, setting the stage for a dramatic confrontation. Key moments in the chapter include Crookshanks and Scabbers clash. The animosity between the animals reaches a critical point, serving as a clue to Scabbers' true identity. The black dog's attack. Sirius reveals himself in his animagus form, shocking Harry, Ron and Hermione. The truth about Sirius and Pettigrew. Lupin and Sirius recount the events leading to Harry's parents' deaths, unveiling Pettigrew's treachery. Hermione's revelation about Lupin. Hermione's sharp intellect uncovers Lupin's secret, adding another layer to the unfolding drama. Differences between the book and the movie. The book provides far more detail about the dynamics between Sirius, Lupin, Pettigrew, and the trio. Notably, the emotional intensity of Pettigrew's confession and Lupin's werewolf revelation are expanded, giving greater depth to the characters. Additionally, the interactions between Crookshanks and Sirius are downplayed in the movie, losing some of the subtle foreshadowing present in the book. That wraps up Chapter 17, Cat, Rat, and Dog. This chapter is a turning point in the story, filled with revelations that change everything Harry thought he knew. Let us know your favorite moment in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 18. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into Chapter 18 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs. This chapter unveils shocking truths about the Marauders, their ties to Harry's parents, and the betrayal that changed everything. Let's explore the pivotal moments and unravel the secrets revealed in this extraordinary chapter, which begins in the Shrieking Shack, where Lupin reveals the truth about the Marauders' map. He explains that he, James Potter, Prongs, Sirius Black, Padfoot, and Peter Pettigrew, Wormtail, created the map during their time at Hogwarts to help Lupin during his werewolf transformations. This revelation ties Lupin's nickname, Mooney, to his lycanthropy. Sirius Black presses Harry, Ron, and Hermione Hermione to understand that Peter Pettigrew, not Sirius, betrayed Harry's parents to Voldemort. He recounts the story of how Pettigrew faked his death, framed Sirius, and has been hiding in his animagus form as Ron's pet rat, Scabbers, for years. Tensions rise as the adults attempt to explain, but Harry demands proof. Lupin and Sirius reveal that Pettigrew is an unregistered animagus, and when they force Scabbers to transform, Pettigrew is exposed. The confrontation is intense, with Pettigrew pleading for his life while Sirius and Lupin struggle with their desire for vengeance. Harry intervenes, insisting that Pettigrew be turned over to the authorities rather than killed. He reasons that his father wouldn't want his friends to become murderers. This act of mercy demonstrates Harry's growing maturity and sense of justice. The chapter ends with the group preparing to return to the castle, Pettigrew in tow, as Sirius looks forward to clearing his name. Key moments in the chapter include Lupin's revelation about the Marauders and their animagus transformations, Sirius and Lupin exposing Peter Pettigrew's treachery and true form, Harry's pivotal decision to spare Pettigrew's life, emphasizing his moral compass, the emotional weight of Sirius anticipating his exoneration, differences between the book and the movie. In the movie adaptation, the explanations of the Marauders' backstory and animagus forms are condensed significantly. The map's connection to Lupin, James, Sirius, and Pettigrew is not fully explored, leaving a gap in understanding their deep friendship and history. Additionally, the emotional intensity of Harry's decision to spare Pettigrew's life is understated in the film compared to the book's vivid depiction. That wraps up Chapter 18, Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs. This chapter not only provides a thrilling backstory, but also highlights Harry's character growth. Let us know your favorite revelation from this chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 19. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we're diving into Chapter 19 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Servant of Lord Voldemort. This chapter unravels one of the biggest twists in the series as long-buried truths come to light, shaking the very foundation of what Harry and his friends believe. Let's explore the dramatic revelations and tense confrontations that make this chapter unforgettable, which begins in the Shrieking Shack, where tension runs high. Sirius Black, Ron, and Hermione argue over Scabbers, but the real shock comes when Lupin enters the room. He disarms Harry, Hermione, and Ron, and to their astonishment, embraces Sirius as an old friend. Lupin explains his connection to Sirius, James Potter, and Peter Pettigrew. He also reveals his condition as a werewolf, shocking Harry and Hermione, though Ron is too preoccupied with his injured leg. The story takes another twist when Hermione admits she knew about Lupin's lycanthropy, having deduced it using her time turner to study multiple subjects. The narrative intensifies as Lupin explains the Marauders, himself, Sirius, James, and Peter, became animagi during their school years to help him during his transformations. This leads to the revelation that Scabbers is not just a rat, but actually Peter Pettigrew, who faked his death and framed Sirius for betraying the Potters. Sirius recounts the events of that fateful night, explaining how he switched secret keepers with Peter at the last moment, believing it would be a safer choice. But Peter betrayed James and Lily to Voldemort and then staged his own death by framing Sirius. Harry, Hermione, and Ron are stunned as Lupin and Sirius force Peter to transform back into his human form. The chapter culminates with Pettigrew pleading for his life, admitting his betrayal, and being confronted by Sirius and Lupin, who are determined to bring him to justice. Key moments in the chapter include Lupin's arrival and reunion with Sirius, shocking Harry, Ron, and Hermione, the reveal of Lupin's werewolf condition, and Hermione's confession that she already knew, Lupin and Sirius explaining the Marauders' backstory, and their creation of the Marauders' map, the shocking revelation that Peter Pettigrew is Scabbers, and his transformation into human form, Pettigrew's confession of betrayal, his plea for mercy, and the promise by Sirius and Lupin to deliver him to the castle alive. Differences between the book and movie. In the book, Lupin and Sirius take more time to explain their backstory, including the details of the Marauders and the animagus transformation. The movie condenses these explanations significantly, losing some of the depth in the Marauders' bond and their history with Snape. Additionally, the book emphasizes Hermione's intelligence and use of logic to deduce Lupin's condition, while the movie glosses over this aspect. The emotional weight of Pettigrew's transformation and the group's reaction is also more detailed in the book. That wraps up Chapter 19, The Servant of Lord Voldemort. This chapter is a masterclass in storytelling, delivering shocking revelations and emotional depth while connecting key pieces of the story. Let us know your favorite moment from this chapter in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 20. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into chapter 20 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled The Dementor's Kiss. This chapter is filled with high stakes, shocking revelations, and intense action as Harry and his friends face danger on multiple fronts. Let's unravel the key moments and themes of this pivotal chapter, which begins with Harry, Ron, and Hermione in the dark woods alongside Sirius Black, who has been freed from his restraints. Their victory is short-lived as Professor Lupin transforms into a werewolf, having forgotten to take his Wolfsbane potion. Chaos ensues as Lupin loses control, and Sirius shifts into his animagus form, a massive black dog, to protect the trio. Peter Pettigrew seizes the opportunity and escapes, transforming into a rat and vanishing into the shadows. Harry and Hermione try to keep up with Sirius, but the situation takes a darker turn when Dementors begin closing in on them. Amidst the swarming Dementors, Harry hears his mother's voice as the horrifying creatures attempt to suck out his soul. Just as all hope seems lost, a brilliant, powerful silver-stacked Patronus appears and drives the Dementors away. Before fainting, Harry catches a glimpse of someone who looks remarkably like his father standing in the distance. When Harry awakens, he is in the hospital wing. Dumbledore enters and drops subtle hints that all is not lost. He suggests that more than one life can be saved if the right actions are taken. This sets the stage for Hermione to reveal her time turner, leading to the plan to revisit the events of the evening and change their outcomes. Key moments in the chapter include Lupin's transformation. The terrifying moment when Lupin becomes a werewolf underscores the dangers of his condition and the precautions he must take. Sirius' loyalty. Sirius bravely confronts Lupin in his animagus form, highlighting his dedication to protecting Harry and his friends. Pettigrew's escape. Peter Pettigrew's transformation into a rat and subsequent escape ensures that the truth about his betrayal remains hidden for now. The Dementor attack. The tension reaches its peak as Harry, Sirius, and Hermione are overwhelmed by Dementors, creating one of the most harrowing moments in the series. The mystery of the Patronus. The appearance of the Silver Stag and Harry's belief that it was his father adds a layer of intrigue and hope. Differences between the book and the movie. The book provides a more detailed description of Lupin's transformation and Sirius's heroic efforts to protect Harry, which is condensed in the movie. Harry's struggle with the Dementors and his hearing of his mother's voice are more vividly depicted in the book, heightening the emotional stakes. The mysterious appearance of the Stag Patronus and Harry's belief it was his father are more fleshed out in the book, emphasizing Harry's hope and confusion. That wraps up chapter 20, The Dementor's Kiss. This chapter is a roller coaster of emotions, from Lupin's transformation to the chilling encounter with the Dementors. What was your favorite moment from this chapter? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for chapter 21, where we'll uncover the thrilling conclusion to this story. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into chapter 21 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, titled Hermione's Secret. This thrilling chapter reveals a crucial turning point in the story, featuring time travel, rescue missions, and the truth behind key events of the past. Let's explore this action-packed chapter and uncover the mysteries of Hermione's unique abilities and the dramatic rescue of Sirius Black. As the chapter begins, Harry and Hermione stand in shock as Dumbledore cryptically advises them to use Hermione's time turner to save Sirius Black and Buckbeak. With 3 turns of the device, they're transported back 3 hours, and Hermione begins explaining the mechanics of the time turner, a magical object she's been secretly using all year to attend multiple classes. Harry and Hermione must work covertly to avoid encountering their past selves, adding tension and urgency to their mission. They first head to Hagrid's hut, where they observe their earlier selves arriving and witnessing Buckbeak's supposed execution. Hidden from view, they free Buckbeak just in time, tethering him safely in the Forbidden Forest. As night falls, Harry and Hermione make their way to the spot near the lake, where they watch the dramatic confrontation between their past selves, the Dementors, and Sirius. When no one comes to Harry's aid, he realizes he was the one who cast the powerful Patronus earlier. Drawing deep from his determination, Harry produces a magnificent Stag Patronus that drives away the Dementors, saving his past self and Sirius. Finally, they soar into the castle on Buckbeak's back to rescue Sirius from the tower. The daring escape concludes with Sirius and Buckbeak flying into the night, free at last. As the chapter ends, Harry and Hermione return to the hospital wing, just in time for their future selves to complete the loop. Key moments in the chapter include Dumbledore's cryptic instructions and Hermione revealing the Time Turner's secrets, the tension-filled rescue of Buckbeak, and the importance of timing. Harry's realization that he was the one who cast the powerful stag Patronus by the lake, the daring rescue of Sirius Black leading to his and Buckbeak's escape, the emotional impact of Sirius's freedom and Harry's connection to his father through the Patronus. Differences between the book and movie. The movie condenses the Time Turner sequence, omitting some of Hermione's detailed explanations and the complexities of their actions. In the book, Harry's reflection on his Patronus and the connection to his father is more profound and deeply explored. The movie simplifies the rescue of Buckbeak, whereas the book adds tension with their careful movements around the executioners. The book emphasizes Harry's growth and self-confidence as he casts the Patronus, while the movie portrays it more as a climactic moment of instinct. That wraps up Chapter 21, Hermione's Secret. This chapter showcases the genius of J.K. Rowling's storytelling, weaving time travel, heroism, and emotional depth into a thrilling narrative. What's your favorite part of this chapter? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for the final chapter. I will post again. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we are diving into the thrilling conclusion of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban with Chapter 22, I Will Post Again. This chapter ties together the book's events in a spectacular finale full of twists, emotional resolutions, and triumphant moments. Let's explore the remarkable closure of this unforgettable journey. The chapter begins with Harry and Hermione racing back to the hospital wing after successfully rescuing Sirius Black and Buckbeak. They return just in time to avoid suspicion as Dumbledore locks the doors, signaling the end of their adventure with the Time Turner. Their mission has been a success, but there's no time to celebrate as Snape's rage at Black's escape sends him into a frenzy. The next day, the wizarding world buzzes with the news of Sirius Black's supposed disappearance. Snape accuses Harry and Hermione of helping Black escape, but Dumbledore cleverly deflects these accusations, maintaining their innocence. Despite the tense atmosphere, Harry feels a deep sense of relief, knowing that Sirius is safe and free. Before leaving Hogwarts, Harry receives an unexpected gift from Sirius, a letter explaining his gratitude and a signed permission slip for Hogsmeade visits. The letter also mentions that Sirius is Harry's godfather, a touching revelation that gives Harry a renewed sense of belonging and family. As the school year ends, the Gryffindors celebrate their House Cup victory, and Harry returns to Privet Drive with hope and determination for the future. The chapter closes with Harry reflecting on his newfound connection with Sirius and the freedom Buckbeak now enjoys. Key moments in the chapter include Dumbledore's subtle role in justice. Dumbledore's wise and strategic guidance ensures Sirius's escape remains a mystery to everyone but Harry and Hermione. Snape's inability to prove Harry's involvement in Black's escape highlights his obsessive grudge, which sets the stage for future conflicts. Sirius's letter to Harry. Sirius's heartfelt note is not just a gift, but a reminder that Harry has a family who cares for him. The Gryffindor celebration ending on the school year on a high note. Gryffindor's House Cup win reflects the triumph of courage and unity. Harry's return to the Dursleys. Though bittersweet, Harry's return to Privet Drive carries a glimmer of hope, with Sirius's support as a silver lining. Differences between the book and the movie. In the movie, Sirius's letter is omitted, removing the emotional depth of Harry's connection to his godfather. The film simplifies the escape scene, reducing the tension and complexity of their mission. Dumbledore's cryptic yet pivotal involvement is less emphasized in the movie, missing some of his characteristic brilliance. That wraps up Chapter 22, I Will Post Again. This chapter beautifully concludes the book, leaving us with hope, warmth, and excitement for Harry's journey ahead. What was your favorite moment from the final chapter? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we dive into Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.